Hi, I'm Steven, co-founder and CIO at Quantamize, and you're watching the Quantamize Global Markets AM Preview. Global stocks are advancing on the last day of trading for 2018 on hopes for continued progress in U.S.-China trade talks. U.S. stocks are on pace for their worst year since the financial crisis in 2008, despite last week's holiday rally. Interesting fact for the day. While the S&P 500 is having its worst year since 2008, technically, the 9-year bull market still has not broken, with the S&P 500 still holding above its weekly trend line. Hong Kong stocks finished calendar 2018 down in 9 out of the 12 months of the year, the most monthly decline since 1974. The full-year decline in the Hang Seng is the biggest annual decline since calendar year 2011. In contrast, Indian stocks were the best performing regional stock market in Asia for calendar 2018, with the Sensex finishing up 7.23% in local currency, which translates to roughly negative 1.79% in dollars. Domestic flows helped offset selling by foreign investors in Indian stocks this year. According to Bloomberg analysis, valuation for the S&P 500, as measured by the cyclically adjusted PE, that's the CAPE, remains at historically elevated levels. The calendar 2018 contraction in the CAPE ratio may point to a rally in U.S. stocks next year. On average, in subsequent years, after a 10% drop in the CAPE ratio, the real return in the S&P 500 has been roughly 9.6%, going back to 1871. President Donald Trump tweets that negotiations between the U.S. and Chinese trade officials are quote-unquote moving along well with quote-unquote big progress towards a comprehensive trade deal between the world's two largest economies. Emerging markets ETFs experienced their 11th straight week of inflows, with roughly $300.9 million flowing into emerging market stocks ETFs last week. The VIX is currently moving down this morning and is currently sitting at 27.19 after closing at 28.34 last week, with XOP, Fiat Chrysler, and IWM out-of-the-money calls, some of the most heavily traded options in the U.S. pre-market this morning. From our popular stocks trading in the news segment, Facebook's recent data scandal has brought many criticisms of inaction at the Federal Trade Commission, according to a New York Times report today. Facebook was not responsible for a consultant's misuse of Facebook user data, the Commission rules, rankling many proponents of stronger data protection rules. Amazon is making a big push into India to train shoppers on how to use its website. Amazon has added Hindi videos to its ordering screen to help residents on the Indian countryside, according to a report in the Wall Street Journal this morning. Amazon is also adding small stores where shoppers can learn, and a fleet of local delivery people can accept payments when delivering. Amazon is focused on the interior in India, where 800 million people live and don't have access to formal retail markets. And if you found this video helpful or informative, follow us on Twitter or subscribe to our YouTube channel. And don't forget to check out Quantamize.com for your full market preview for stocks, options, ETFs, and cryptos, and to find out what trades our AI quant models like this morning.